How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we are reacting to Time-Lapse of the Future by Melodysheep. Alright, so I know I kind of ghosted literally everybody the past week or so. I think like Friday and then the whole last week. But super sorry, but I had like a lot of stuff on my plate, like a lot of stress going on. I wasn't able to sleep properly. Like if I did get sleep, I would wake up like 4 hours later in the middle of the night and couldn't go back to sleep, or I just couldn't sleep at all. And then I started throwing up a couple days, and then it just escalated dramatically, and I had no idea why. But I just chilled, dropped literally everything, and worked on everything that might have stressed me out one by one, so that I was able to function properly as a human being. But thank you. A lot of people over on Discord and YouTube and stuff checked in on me and like asked me if I wasn't dead, which was very appreciated. Thank you guys so much for actually caring. But yeah, I'm back now. So we're doing nothing but science stuff. I need to catch up on my science stuff because I've been neglecting science. I've been doing animations and stuff like that. So Science Week. So this one, Time-Lapse of the Future, a lot of you guys wanted me to react to it, and the only reason why I haven't reacted to it in the past is because it is very long. It is like 30-minute video, well 29 minutes and 20 seconds, but me talking and everything in between is just going to make it oh so long. So without any further ado, here is Time-Lapse of the Future. What does our future hold? That's a good question. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence. Ooh. What does the future look like? How will the universe meet its end? Very interesting questions. We may never be truly certain. Oh, I like this music. Science has begun to paint a structural picture. Ah, I missed it. Ooh. One thing is clear. The universe has only just begun. Oh, okay.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now, and in the next few years, will profoundly affect the next few thousand years.
Love it. Off to a strong start.
Modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes.
Yeah?
The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps. The Earth is always jumping.
Notice it has stuff at the bottom of what's happening.
Things move on this planet. Things are not
Could that be because of global warming?
Everything is turning.
Supernova? Huh. Oh. We're already super far into the future. That's positive, right? Dang. Another supernova. A road? Oh. Thus making the Fantastic Four. That's pretty cool. Oh. One planet gains rings and the other one loses them. Oh. A lot of destruction I'm seeing. New supercontinent? We just gonna go backwards?
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core
Oh.
will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand.
All life dies. Oh.
The sun is now dead. Its remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
Bro. Only in the billion years.
The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off.
Bro.
And there'll be no more new stars created.
Trillion years.
And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper.
I was about to say, I wasn't gonna say whimper, but same thing.
Not in fire, but in ice.
I got goosebumps. With the death of the last sun, the age of starlight comes to an end. This is like Dark Souls. The universe becomes a cosmic boneyard strewed with remains of dead stars. That is very either metal or morbid, whatever you want to go. Our sun becomes a white dwarf, a hot, dense, strucken cellular corpse.
With no fuel left to burn, a white dwarf's faint glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace.
Looks like a Destiny. The Traveler.
Looking at it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night.
Dang. So going from like the biggest light
The
in our
faint
solar
glow
system.
of white dwarfs will provide the only illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
So the universe becomes a graveyard.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
But it still goes. 100 million trillion years. Holy crap. Over time, gravity ejects dead stars and planets from their galaxy, sending them to darn it. Not the best reader, I apologize. By chance, some brown dwarfs collide and form additional new stars? Oh, okay, I got you. Colliding neutron stars puncture the darkness of ultra-bright supernovae. 8 billion trillion years. Do we get a new star? Whoa. Okay, we're at 50 billion trillion years. Neutron star. Okay, never mind. New era. Any surviving life forms may find refuge around aging white dwarfs. Excuse me. But in time, even the white dwarfs will fade and die. 1 trillion years.
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold that they barely emit any more heat or light.
Bro. Stars become black dwarfs.
Dwarfs are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars. Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun.
Dang. Whoa, we are going with the trillion years.
Stars take so
Trillion
long to reach
years.
this point. We believe there are currently no black
1,000
dwarfs
trillion
in the
trillion.
universe.
God, this is so crazy. Any matter that fails to escape its galaxy is sucked into a supermassive black hole at the center. Black holes swallow stray matter. Bro. Long dormant black holes flare up in the blaze of glory. Whoa. I know it's like nothing but destruction, but that's pretty. It's so cool looking. It's just sucking everything up. Black holes swallow stray matter. We're still on that era. 1 million trillion years. Oh my god. God, that is pretty though.
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy available to us now. You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living system where if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal. Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while. So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
Very interesting. $10 billion trillion years. As the expansion of the universe accelerates, it begins to spread matter apart faster than the speed of light. We talking about the Big Bang? By this point, distant galaxies and stars are receding so fast that their light has become into blah blah blah. The secrets of the cosmos are locked away forever. See, like that's
Proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, of what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
okay.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually
Trillion.
as its protons disintegrate.
Proton decay is still unproven, and this chapter of the future could look very different in light to new discoveries. I was gonna say, this is all speculation. It's not for sure if this is actually gonna happen or not, which is crazy. God, we are just blazing in the future.
The matter inside black dwarfs,
1,000 trillion,
the last
trillion.
matter in the universe, will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving absolutely nothing behind.
Dang.
With the black dwarves gone, there won't be a single atom of matter left.
It's just darkness? Ooh.
All that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light and black holes.
Huh. Black hole era begins? No planets, no stars, no lingering stellar remains of life to cling on. Yet even now, time has only just begun to tick. Bro! We are so far in the future. I guess time is irrelevant. On a scale of a human lifetime, the universe has just emerged from out of the womb? What? Cold, dark, and empty, this is how the cosmos will spend most of its life. As morbid. God, we're in the million trillion. Universes give life to only a brief moment of shine, a heaven in time, save for the fiery birth and icy death.
The arrow of time creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life is possible.
It's
but
popsicle,
it's
it's
a window
possible.
that doesn't stay open for long. As a fraction of the lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole, life, as we know it, is only possible for 1,000th of a billion billion billionth billion billion billionth billion billion billionth of a percent.
Bro. But we should be grateful that we're even alive today.
Black holes become the fundamental building block of the universe.
Trillion, 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 trillion. Dude.
A galaxy will basically be a supermassive black hole in a center with smaller black holes orbiting it.
The planets turned into black holes? Is that what I'm getting at?
Zombie galaxies
Oh,
filled with black holes
like that name.
continue to evolve.
Zombie galaxies.
They'll eat each other and they'll get bigger, and maybe they'll fall into the supermassive black hole and it'll get bigger. The universe will still be an exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
In this far-future age, black holes merges become the main event. So it's just black holes merging. Some grow to enormous size, probably trillions of times the mass of our sun. Trillions! That is crazy. When they merge, they send out powerful galaxy waves that resonate throughout the universe.
Black holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum.
Bro, this is so cool. Whoa.
And they have a very characteristic song.
That is very interesting.
Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time.
No, I haven't said this yet, but the visuals are amazing. I want to know how he did it.
Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They are literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole.
Whoa. 1 billion trillion 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 years.
If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound.
If you were near it, I don't think that's possible. Phone fell.
Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close.
Sound I'm hearing now?
As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
Keep it going! Oh! Oh.
Scientists used to think black holes were immortal, but even these will one day die.
Trillion times 5.
We're talking about time scales of unimaginable length, quadrillions of years into the future. On that time scale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
More death? Even black holes? Whoa. What's happening?
According to quantum mechanics, space is filled with virtual particles, antiparticles, that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other. In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate.
Well, that's sad, I think.
The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole.
Oh.
And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion.
Whoa, pretty.
Quantum mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
Black holes begin to evaporate away, increasing the last large-scale structures of the universe. As they die, they light up the darkness one by one. Oh, pretty fireworks! The music. Love it. This video is really cool, by the way. If you couldn't tell yet, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. God, billion, trillion, 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 trillion. Save the best one for last. As the black holes slowly die off, the universe continues to expand, driven by a mysterious force we don't yet understand. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure we don't understand a lot of this stuff. Is the frontier of human knowledge a frontier ripe for exploration and discovery?
Philosophers and poets have asked the question, will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Yeah.
Empty space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy, even in the space itself. And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy.
Ooh.
And this stuff is the dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter-energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it is.
Dark energy, unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
So what will be the future of the universe?
The world may never know.
Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive, the universe will expand forever.
Oh, that's cool.
Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why.
Getting like inspirational vibes.
What will happen?
Not sure why.
If that energy continues to be there,
probably the music.
The universe will become cold and dark and empty.
Sounds promising.
That's the future as it might be.
Might.
We don't know.
Big might.
We don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins. And that's why we want to know and study this subject.
Discovering the true nature of dark energy could change our vision of the future dramatically. If it somehow weakens over time, the universe could collapse under gravity, a big crunch. Instead of a big bang, we got a big crunch. Given a boost, it could tear the universe apart as it begins a big rip. Oh, as the seams begin big. Butchered it. Multiple. This is my favorite theory. There's multiple universes, like parallel universes. The butterfly effect and all that jazz. Someone harbor the right conditions of life, other would collapse and be ripped apart. They look like blood cells, not just universes. Far more exotic than anything we could imagine. I really need to start reading these. I missed a few. New pieces of this puzzle are out there somewhere, waiting to be found. Oh, that's exciting stuff.
The forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning?
That's what I'm thinking.
And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning of a new one.
Just cycles anew. I mean, different, but anew. Some speculate that there may be a way to escape our universe before an end of it erases everything. We could create simulated virtual realities, or with enough energy create another one just like our own. Virtual reality. Matrix.
Worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe.
Huh. Oh, these visuals are so appealing.
Facing the death of everything there is, this perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes. So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that can open up child universes, and they would then proliferate.
Would or could? That's a big if. God, million, trillion, 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 trillion. I'm not reading. If there's no way to escape the universe, the entropy will march on, destroying the last remaining massive black holes, I think. At the last one explodes and dies, it bathes the universe in light one last time. Like a beacon of hope. Last black hole evaporates. This reminds me of like sperm going towards an egg. That's what it looks like to me. Or in this instance, going away from an egg. So pretty. This is all speculation, though. Because like he said, we don't know
After an
dark matter, or energy,
time,
sorry.
Even the black holes will have evaporated, and the universe will be nothing but a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero.
Huh. Trillion, 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 trillion.
Once the very last remnants of the very last stars have finally decayed away to nothing, and everything reaches the same temperature, the story of the universe finally comes to an end.
Time becomes meaningless.
Time in its life,
and some people argue that time is already meaningless.
And unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever.
Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learned, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content? I butchered it, I'm sorry.
Oh! Oh! I loved it!
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, now I know why so many of you guys wanted me to react to this, because it is right up my alley. It's space, and it's awesome, and it's like what-if scenarios and stuff. It checks literally all the boxes that make me enjoy a video or literally anything. Just a conversation with friends or just anything. Like, I love stuff like this so much, and I know I already said this a lot. Every single video that I've made reacting to anything that has to do with space, I begin to tell y'all guys the spiel that it's just the same thing, but it's just so fascinating to me. I love it so much. But like I said throughout this video, like, it's all speculation at this point. Like, we don't have a for sure, you know, like, we don't know, like, for sure. We could speculate all we want. We could hypothesize what's going to happen and stuff like that, but we don't know. And that's what I really, really enjoy, because it's like, we could keep guessing, but until we're there, and then by the time we're there, most of us would be dead, I would hope. We don't live to, like, millions and trillions of years into the future, because that would be terrible. Now I know, like, one video I reacted to is like, if you want to stay alive and stuff like that, and some people were arguing that, like, they do want to become immortal and stuff like that, but what if something like this happens? Like, what will you do if you are quote-unquote immortal? But it's just really, really interesting stuff, and I took way too much of y'all guys' time already, me baffling, so I'm going to end it there. Super enjoyable video. I really, really enjoyed it. Anything space, I love. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below, because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this one. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Later days!